Well, one stock investors are keeping a close watch on is Zoom. We are seeing that trade a little higher in the session ahead of its earnings report. This is one of those stocks that's seen a bit of a bumpy ride over the last 6 months, especially as investors reset expectations for this once stay-at-home darling as more and more people return to the office. Let's bring in Yahoo Finance's Dan Howley, who's got a preview for us as we look ahead to that report after the bell. Dan.
That's right, Akiko. It's really going to be a story of whether or not the company is able to see any benefit from perhaps some slowdowns in companies sending their employees back to the office. Now, we've seen some major tech firms announce that they won't be allowing employees back till as late as January. So that could provide Zoom with a bit of a boost, though you also have to recognize that a lot of these companies have already built out their own video communications capabilities or purchase something from Zoom. So what we're expecting from the quarter is $990 million in revenue. That's up from $663 million in revenue in Q2 2021. This is fiscal Q2 2022, so just so everyone's on the same page. We're also expecting $1.16 in adjusted earnings per share. That's up from 92 cents. Now, when you look at some of the numbers we're talking about in the prior Q2 2021, we had seen a jump of 458% for customers with 10 or more employees. Now, this time around, we're expecting just a 37% jump there. So we will, though, see some growth in the number of customers paying $100,000 in the trailing 12 months. That in Q2 2021 was at 112%. For this quarter, we're expecting to see a slight jump for 123% to 2,212 employees. So really, there's going to be some shakiness probably from investors when the numbers come out just because of these wild swings that we're seeing in growth. And that was expected from the get-go because of the pandemic, a very unique situation where so many people needed video capabilities in such a short amount of time.
And Dan, we talk about Zoom in the context of everyday work, but they have really looked to expand to other areas with virtual events, for example, allowing organizers to, for example, charge for tickets there. I mean, the events platform, just one of many things that Zoom has looked to be able to expand their offerings. How big of a driver do you anticipate that will be, if not necessarily in this quarter, but in the coming quarters?
It could continue to be something that really is worth talking about just because, we've seen now that you can run these kinds of conferences that Zoom is offering or, events, even at-home workouts, things like that. They work well, right? So the ability for people to do that from their own home, I think, is going to be something that they want to be able to continue doing down the line. And we've seen now with the workforce, people saying, look, I don't want to go into the office every day. I'm willing to leave my job if that's not the case. So I think that this is going to continue to be something interesting. Also worth noting that they acquired the company Five9, which is essentially a cloud contact center for customers. So when you have a company that needs customer support or a customer needs customer support, they would use Five9 as this cloud contact center. And Zoom is now the video offering for that. So really a very interesting pickup there. Obviously, they're trying to spread as much as they can, recognizing that the kind of boost that they saw from the pandemic is not going to last.